Hello! As I kind of like slide into the frame, this is a much long-awaited third vlog, but I don't think anyone's actually awaiting it. But I made a promise to post every Tuesday. That hasn't been happening. I haven't been fulfilling that promise. Today's Friday. I actually have the house to myself. Welcome to my crib. Wish it were my crib. So I'm going to talk at you and make myself some tea because it is cold. So I don't know if you can be able to see me the whole time, but you know, I'm just gonna pretend. So first of all, yes, I need to drink tea even though it's like 8 o'clock at night because tea is my lifeblood. I do tone it down and I have decaf even though I probably don't need to. I could still have caffeine like 20 minutes before going to bed and pass out because I'm perpetually exhausted. Except for last night when I thought I was tired, but I was lying in bed and I just couldn't stop thinking. It wasn't even about anything particular. I was just kind of like, oh my god, why can't I fall asleep? Now, anyone who's non-American is gonna get super offended because I microwave my water and I don't boil it, and I know that's super American. But listen, I'm tired. I worked like 11 hours today, and ain't nobody got time for a tea kettle right now. Okay. Also, I would just like everyone to admire this sweater. It's a girl sweater. It was in the junior section when I bought it, but it's fuzzy, it's rainbow, it's gay. Why else do you think I grabbed it? Alright, what was I talking about? Yeah, so currently in the great US of A, we are experiencing what you guys have probably heard called as a polar vortex, and it finally hit us here in Massachusetts. Today was a little better, but yesterday was fucking terrible. Like, I literally could not get the chill out of me yesterday. I came home and I took must have been like a 40-minute hot shower, which is rare for me because I'm usually in and out of the shower. And I just felt like no matter how hot I put the water, I was still fucking freezing. So then I proceeded to get out, bundle up in a blanket burrito, an electrical blanket burrito, and just kind of like veg out. Because that's all you can do in this kind of weather. You know, I shouldn't be complaining because we've had a pretty mild winter by New England standards, but I'm still complaining. But, yeah, this is me in my non-glamorous form, which, you know, I always say I want to get all dressed up and look nice to vlog, but truth of the matter is, that's so much effort. I already have to do that 40 hours a week, 5 days a week, because of work. And I already have to put on a nice face for work. And so now you're just seeing kind of the aftermath of Nora after dealing with all the bullshit and the customers. And because I work at the bank, today was the first of the month and also a Friday, so it was very busy. And I was just like very much done. But, you know, I made it. I'm home. Making some tea now. It's the little things that get me through life, but God, one of my things, I guess, is that really just in the past 6 months, I've been super into wearing high heels because it's like such a power trip, and especially working in branches that are mostly dominated by men, it's nice to feel like I have a little authority with a little click, click, click of the heels. I mean, I probably don't look nearly as badass as I'm imagining myself to look, but it feels good, you know? And you hear that strut, and you're like, oh, she's coming, she's on her way. That being said, I've kind of been exclusively wearing heels, not only just to work, but like out too, because, you know, I like to look nice when I go out, and it is taking a toll on my feet. My God. Like right now, I'm just kind of like wobbling back and forth. I have these little slippers on, and my feet are so sore because I wore these really cute heeled Bershka shoes today. Because, you know, I get everything at Bershka, but it doesn't feel so good after 11 hours. But, you know, I'll do anything in the name of fashion. Also, God, I feel like this whole video is just me complaining, which I'm really sorry about. Like, I'm trying to just kind of go stream of conscious and talk about whatever comes to mind. That's a pretty hard thing to do. Especially, I guess, maybe more I'm just venting because today was like a Friday to top all Fridays. But, okay, it's almost done. Now I'm gonna let it steep. You know I'm impatient and I want to drink it now. Kudos to my girl Gabby for getting me this amazing Darth Vader mug. I love it. So we love Star Wars in this household. You know what? I think I'll show you guys Nugget. He's gonna growl and he's gonna be mad, but I realized that I haven't shown you guys my dog. He's very cute. He's a Shih Tzu. And he's a very particular personality. How do you say? He's really feisty, and he doesn't really like to cuddle. Which, of course, I'm the world's biggest cuddler, and I always want affection. I'm like, Nugget, cuddle me, give me love, and he's like, nah. But you'll see. I'm gonna bring him over because he's so cute. Nugget. You guys hear that? And here we have Mr. Nugget. Hello. I can't even hold him against my chest because he'll like bark and snap at me. In fact, I'm gonna put him down now. You can see his little cute Hazelnut sweater. Thank you, Nugget, for your cameo. I was gonna walk away. Maybe I'll bring him back, because if I bribe him with food, he'll be my best friend. He's one of those dogs. In the meanwhile, while I wait for my tea to steep, what else is going on in the world, in my life? You know, it's one of those things where people are always like, especially with old friends, you know, because adulting, it's hard to see people. You catch up with them, they're like, what have you been up to? Tell me about your life. And I'm like, I literally like work, go to the gym, sleep, and eat. I wish I had more interesting things to say for myself. I haven't even been watching movies lately, but I have been playing Resident Evil 2. It's like the first time in bajillion years since I worked at GameStop that I've been actively playing a video game. And it's been great. It's been pretty cathartic. I mean, I've been a big Resident Evil fan since I was a little girl. So having this game remastered and re-released was really exciting for me. So every night I've been going home playing a little bit, though it scares the shit out of me, but it's worth it. Finally putting my PlayStation 4 to use. Do you know I bought that thing like a year ago and I like did not play anything on it? It basically became my Blu-ray player for my movies. But now, see, I'm getting use out of it. Wow, it's been 8 minutes of me talking at the camera. And only like 30 seconds of that was probably Nugget. What else? What else? I don't know. I feel like back in the day when I used to make YouTube videos and I would like set up my camera in a certain way and then I'd go into like singing, because I usually did videos of myself singing because I had this whole thing where I wanted to be a pop singer and I thought I was the cat's meow, and nobody says that anymore, I realize, but you know, I went through phases. I was first a pop star, and then when I was like 13, I became convinced that I wanted to be an opera singer, and that I was going to study at Juilliard and become the next Christine on Broadway for Phantom of the Opera, which never happened, but, you know, I can carry a decent tune. I'm not demonstrating now because I've been talking all day, and I'm not warmed up. Maybe one of these days I will sing. But long story short, I couldn't practice opera anymore because every time I would go and sing it in the house, because you have to really project and get loud and it's a high-pitched noise. I couldn't do it anymore when we adopted Nugget, which was 2011. It's been a while. So 8 years ago, really, I had to stop because every time I was home alone, That's another thing. I have to be home alone. And I'm never home alone. There's always somebody in this house. I swear to God. Which is why I'm confined to my room. But, I'm going on a tangent. But no, anyway, yeah. If I try and sing opera, Nugget's gonna get freaked out. He doesn't like the sound. I don't want to make him miserable. So, yeah, you know, it's something I save for the car ride. Sometimes if I get in a mood, I'll be singing along to Phantom of the Opera. Who knows? Other times I'll be singing along to Ariana Grande. Other times I'll be singing along to, as much as I hate to say this, I'll be singing along to all those like patriotic American songs. So I'm like the last person who wants to sing along to that stuff. Though I've come to the conclusion that our national anthem is pretty lame compared to like a lot of the other national anthems in the world. It just feels so underwhelming. And yeah, I don't know. Also, I'm pretty sure we're the only country in the world that makes it like it. You never think about how the Pledge of Allegiance, my fellow Americans, do you ever think about how the Pledge of Allegiance feels like very culty? How like you're expected to rise, put your hand over your heart, look at this flag, and recite this whole thing that includes God. And because I had to do it for so many years before I actively could think for myself and be like, I don't want to say this, I have it ingrained in my head. And you look back and you're like, what the fuck? You know, I don't know if they still make kids do it anymore, but I know when I was in elementary school, it was like every morning without fail. And I think it must have been around 12 or 13 when I stopped doing it, because I was like, this is not something that I stand for. You know, everyone would get all offended. Be like, oh, you need to stand and put your hand over your heart. And I'm like, does any other country do this? Like, it's really weird. Like, America has some weird things, dude. Anyway, I totally went on a non sequitur. I think it's been like 4 minutes of my tea steeping. This is literally like watching paint dry. I'm not even moving anymore. But, yeah. I'm impatient, so I'm gonna take out my tea bags and put in my milk and my Equal. What do you think? Is this a fashion look? I think it could be a fashion statement. I like the neckline. One of these days, I've been meaning to do a video where like I try on some of my outfits and do more of like a, not so much a runway thing, but you know, to show off my favorite styles and my favorite outfits that I put together. But it's really hard with limited camera space, and also I'm lazy, and that requires doing different takes, you know, and changing, and comfort is my thing. Says the one who wears heels like, you know, 10 hours a day. At least when I'm home, comfort is my thing. And let's be real, when do I have the time off to just prance around and play dress up? I wish. Like, take me back to those days. So I always put some honey in here, because I love honey, and because I have a horrific sweet tooth. I usually end up doing a few packets of Equal as well. So if you're watching this, take note of how I take my tea. If you ever have to make me tea, if you remember, I'll actually love you, because I can't even tell you how many times that I'm driving home from work and I'm just so done, and I call up Marsha, who's my mother, if you don't know that already. I call my parents by their first names. I call up Marsha and I'm like, Marsha, can you please put like a glass of water in a cup of water in the microwave for 3.5 minutes, and then steep 2 tea bags in there, because more flavor, more robust, more caffeine. Because honestly, I hate waiting, and also Marsha is very, very kind in the sense that she will always do it for me. But yeah, I love tea. You can never go wrong with tea. I also love coffee, but coffee is like a different mood, I feel like. Tea is like when I'm done for the day and I want to unwind, so that's exactly that. And this video is about to clock in at 15 minutes, so I'm going to wrap it up here. And thank you guys for listening and following me as I made myself some tea. Hopefully my next video will be a little more exciting, and hopefully I'll have the house again to myself soon. Like, when are the planets going to align again? I don't know. Because it was more fun and more relaxed for me to record a vlog where I wasn't worried about people listening to me make a vlog. The Italian. Yeah. So, without further ado, I'll leave you guys. Take care. Bye.